anyways, the, they had more trouble with that van than they had with any other vehicle that we ever owned. And I told that man, don't. I told him, don't get a Sprinter. I told him, get the damn Ford. He's like, no, no, people really like Mercedes. I'm like, sir, they're going to a home. It's not that. It's a home. But yeah, we had before it stopped starting. If you don't put the fuel in there, and nobody ever told anybody that. Well, see, no, no, no. It's that before you have to put that liquid in there, because it lets you know it's low. But again, he never took the time out to show anybody, and nobody ever took the time to show the staff because they had been driving an old beat up Ford for almost like 10 years. He was like, why nobody figured this out? Because we told you not to buy this. We asked you not to buy this. So they had to keep coming out. Then the oil changes. The oil change on that thing was like $400. I'm like, bro. Oh, he ended up. One of them went down, and he wasn't gonna get it fixed because it was an arm and a leg to get it fixed, and he didn't want to do that. So by that time, they had let me go. So I don't. And he lost the hotel, so the bank ended up taking it because the bank take away. No, you. Most people don't outright buy hotels; they get them financed. And so what happened with the financing is if you don't pay them folks back, they coming to get their shit. You have to have enough money to get a hotel first. You have to have enough money to put down, then they finance it and just yeah, but a hotel is a little bit different because you got to keep in mind the bigger the hotel, the bigger the expense. So you have to think about light bill, water bill, gas bill. You got to think about that. Depending on if you buy it brand new and you're going to get built it from the ground up, you got to think about furnishing, uh, food and beverage. You got to think about all that. It's a lot of stuff going to a hotel. Yes, if you buy a hotel straight out, yes, you got to buy all of that. If you buy a hotel and you want to build it ground up, you have to everything. Now, a lot of people get hotels and they get them with partners so that they can share the expense. To be smart, you buy a house instead of an apartment. You don't buy anything that is going to be occupied long term because where your depending on where your apartment building is, no sir. Depending on where your apartment building is, you have to make sure that you are fully leased. Why? Because you're buying everything in that apartment. You're buying carpet, you're buying hardwood floors, you're buying sinks, you're buying bathtubs, you're buying light fixtures, you're buying stoves, refrigerators, microwaves. You're buying all that. Ceiling fans. All that shit you gotta buy. Wait a minute, let me read the comments. Some comments in this man, what comments are y'all out here leaving? That is crazy. I'm not listening to you no more, fam. I got other shit to do. Best friend, are you ready? Your best friend leave? Man, I'm not trying to hear about you going through nothing on Roblox. How you get jumped in Roblox? That's crazy work. Boys, boys pull out the blicky. Like, yo, fam, empty thine pockets. Yo, X, you got an extra spot for me on R6. I have no mic though, sir. How are we going to communicate if you have no? How are we? I don't have no problem inviting you, but how are we gonna help each other in this game? Where's my best friend at? Is he still here? No, my grown best friends don't play games. They have families and kids. Oh, he's muted. Oh, that is crazy. You know the crazy part is I don't. They want a game with me. So what does that say? I'm not gonna tell anybody no they want a game. That's crazy. So that is crazy to say little boys. That is that's. I'm gonna pray for you, Snow. Well, he's on. He's still on WWE. You want to play one round of Warzone, or you want to keep getting shot at on Roblox? Yes, I have. I haven't touched anything.